Hey guys, welcome back. This is DJ again, coming at you with my building the G-made Sawback. I'm just giving my little play-by-play action as I go with this trail truck, which I am very, very, very impressed with. Just to show you, I know a little bit of what I'm talking about with trail trucks. I've got the SCX10. I've had the Bruiser, Tamiya Bruiser, the Trail Finder 2, which was a big disappointment. Oh my gosh, because of their metals, not because of the frame, but because of their metals, in the gearbox and their drive axles on the Trail Finder were very big disappointment, and the customer service was very shocking, actually. But anyway, back to the G-made Sawback. I'm going to give you an honest review so far, because I hear some people, I've listened to a couple reviews of people that have talked about it, and I think you have to remember what a vehicle is designed for. This is not a rock crawler. You know, although you can crawl on rocks with it, it is a trail truck. A trail truck. There is a difference. You know, I would tell anybody, if you want a rock crawler, buy a rock crawler. You know, but if you want a trail rig, other than the SCX10, this is awesome. Again, I was gonna buy a second SCX10 until I saw this Sawback like 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I was browsing around on the Junfac website, just looking around there, and I saw this, and I was blown away. Now, I'm going to give you some information on this thing. Right now I'm working on the suspension, the shocks. They're not oil shocks, but they're so pretty, and they actually feel pretty good. And when combined with the leaf springs, I think they feel fine personally. And like I said, I have gone through quite a few trail trucks, and I have other trail trucks, well, a couple, the SCX10 now, and this, even though without oil shock, it feels incredibly nice. I'm very impressed, and look at the look of these shocks. That is scale, very scale looking. I'm very impressed with it. Oil and oil, I think it's very nice, and I like to have something different also. So, but anyway, it's coming along well. I'm working on the suspension. As you can see here in the back, I've got one of the shocks mounted. You can even see the movement there. It's nice and slow, and that's what you want as far as scale realism on a trail truck. And I'm just very impressed. And you cannot beat that rear axle. Very impressive. And that cover there again is metal. You got the shackles right here, which are really nice, and you only get that on the Bruiser or the Trail Finder. It has it too, but I just think that is a very good scale, gives a very good scale appearance to any truck to have leaf springs. I love that about this truck. You cannot not like the chrome dip frame, which is very, very impressive also. Very nice, very nice. The transmission, nice, simple, no slipper, but still it's very nice. You don't have to have a slipper. You know, I am used to having a slipper, but I can do without it. I think they did a neat job on the tranny. The gears are very beefy gears. I really like that. And what else can I say about this bad boy? Hang on a second. I'll let you see. Well, you can't really see. I got a little battery here. I did a little test for the tranny, just to get a little rotation going. You guys can kind of get a view. Let me see if I can get it going here. Hang on a second here. I don't have a wheel on there, but that's the sound of the Sawback, you know. And it's not going to be a fast truck. It is a trail truck, and I do like that about it. But it's going to have a lot of torque. I don't exactly know what the gear ratio is, but it's designed to have torque, and that's what I like. Like I said, me and my buddies, we go trailing maybe a whole mile back in the woods, just trailing, not rock crawling, just trailing through creeks or whatever else, climbing hills, and that's what I enjoy. as a person that is into trail trucks. I'm not into rock crawling, although I may do that. I may try out the G-Made G1 after this. Who knows? I'm so impressed with it. This is really a very nice trail truck. I mean, look at the bumper, people. The bumper is metal. The front bumper, look at that. How awesome is that? Chrome dipped. Although I am sanding mine down to kind of give it the old look, very much into scale, you know, making it look kind of old. And I think I'm going to paint it gray too. It's going to be gray and black, and I'm going to do something different that I like to do with the bodies that I do paint. I generally like to paint the Lexan bodies on the outside. And matter of fact, I'll probably be painting it on the outside and the inside. What I generally will do is, you know, sand the body down with some very fine sandpaper or steel wool, and that way the paint will adhere really good to the Lexan. I've done it before, and I've had rave reviews on the vehicles that I've done that on. As a matter of fact, if you go look at some of my videos, I have a Vetera Kalahari, and it's blue, and that's what I did with that. I like to have my own custom look. But okay, what else can I tell you about the Sawback? The bumper's awesome, metal, very scale, steel bumper. Here's something I've got to give G-Made products and the people that designed this Jeep some props on their steering knuckles. Again, I'm just comparing these to the SCX10 because I disagree with a person that did a review on this. He said that it's not the SX10, as if the SX10 is better. I disagree. This thing has very good quality plastic knuckles. If you upgrade it to metal or aluminum knuckles, it would only be a bling factor because the plastic is not flexing. On my SCX10, you know, I got the SCX10 when it first came out, the first production model, which is awesome. I'm not downing the SCX10, but what I am doing is giving props and giving a fair review on the Sawback. I mean, it's just as good. I'm more impressed actually with this based on the scale realism and the plastics. You know, on my SCX10 stock out of the box, just like this, stock out of the box, the steering knuckles will flex. When you turn, you look at them, the plastic is flexible. You're not getting that with the G-Made Sawback Jeep. The plastic is very sturdy. I'm so impressed by that. I was just blown away. I was like, wow, that's cool. Don't have to worry about upgrading that at all. What else can I say? I just really like this Jeep. But I just wanted to give you another update on what I'm doing. I got the motor in there, of course, bling. I didn't get to work on it the other day. Got the shocks all assembled. Ta-da! Which is very awesome. Again, for those of you who are considering getting the Sawback, you got to consider these steel shock mounts, which are awesome. If you decide it just has you don't have different positions necessarily to put, you know, hole positions in the shocks. To position the shocks different, but you can always drill some holes, a couple extra ones. I don't see the need to, but you know, people like to customize their trail trucks. Yeah, there. I want you guys to get a good look at it. Very solid truck, people. Very solid truck. I am so impressed. Extremely impressed with the Sawback. And like I said, I've had over 30, 40 RC cars. You know, Kyosha, Twin Force, which is not a trail truck, monster truck. Many trucks, Pajero, Tamiya Pajero. We've all gone through those. But this right here is, I would tell anybody, I'm not a pro, you know, RC enthusiast or whatever, but I believe in giving fair, honest reviews on quality. This is a good quality truck. You know, you got the solid axles, they're locked, you don't have to worry about a separate locker. It's all incorporated into the gear, which is nice. So G-Made is keeping up with, you know, some of their statements they've made. I went on their website and read, you know, their goals as a company, this and that, and how they try to simplify things by having fewer parts, so to speak. And while putting that but while assembling the axle, I saw that statement was true because there was no diff locker. It's just incorporated with the gear, with the bevel gear or whatever else, which is smart. Less parts. So yeah, G-made Sawback people, very nice. I would tell anybody. I mean, if you want something different that gives you more scale, gives you more of a true to scale look. Look at that rear axle, guys. That is off the chain. My boy Frank is as equally as impressed with this, and we both have gone through the Trail Finder 2. We both got rid of that, just to show you that, and not to down in RC 4-wheel drive. No company is perfect, but we both had problems with the metal parts. The frame was fine on the Trail Finder 2. The frame is solid, but they're moving parts. They're drive axles. He had problems with his pinion gear in the transmission. We only had him like 5 to 6 months. Major problems, And then, I called RC 4-wheel drive, emailed them for like 2 months to get a replacement part. No response. So customer service is big. So I'm just getting this. I'm sure G-Made has great customer service. Just reading their statement alone, their mission statement alone on their website. Very impressive, guys. Very impressive. So I want to encourage people, get the Sawback. And another thing, guys, that we have to remember, those of us that are into trail trucks and scale trucks, the more we support companies like, they come out with trail trucks, like G-Made, Axel, and even the Tamiya Bruiser. They re-released that. That's their best vehicle, by the way. The Tamiya Bruiser is still an icon in RC. It's awesome. You can't top the Bruiser. Bruiser is off the chain. But this, I would tell, is equally even as good as the Bruiser, because it didn't have metal axles, but you don't have to have. Plastic metal casing, but you don't have to have that. That's optional. It's a preference. And like I said, I've had the Bruiser, but this right here is Bruiser. I had the original Bruiser, that is. But this right here is all $200 and something, $265, $270. And we all know that you do not need a 3-speed transmission in a trail truck. 3-speed transmission, useless. When you spend your time, designing your trail truck as far as a body and making it look scale, the last thing you want to do is drive it fast and destroy that hard body, or in this case, a soft body, because I'm going to really try to make it look scale. Yeah. So, yeah, this is very impressive. Like I said, the plastics I'm very impressed with. No flex. I'm just checking them out now. They're not going to flex under pressure, people. And that's quality right there. That's, that's a good plastic right there. And the axle housing looks great. Again, these trucks are not designed, for those of you that are getting into RC, these trucks are not designed to drive fast. They're supposed to go slow. So therefore, having a steel bumper and stuff is overkill, although I love it. But they're trail trucks, So this is just an awesome scale addition to the truck, having a metal bumper. But I'm just saying that, general, with trail rigs, you're not trying to go fast. You're trying to go slow, 2 or 3 miles an hour, and just trail through the woods or whatever and have a good time. So again, quality. I didn't have any problems putting it together at all. Not any problems at all. And like I said, it's a hobby. It's fun. Gives us guys something fun to do. And I'm an old guy. I'm 45 years old. And I've been into RC since I was a kid. But, of course, when you become an adult, 18, 19 years old, you start buying your own stuff. And, yeah. So I've been in it a while. And I'm very impressed with this vehicle. I would encourage anybody, let's support these guys that are making these trail trucks, because the more we support them, the more companies will come out with various styles of trail trucks. And that's a good thing. It's nice to have more than one player in the game that makes trail rigs instead of having one company dominate. So I'll support whoever comes out with a nice truck for the money. And G-Made has done that. All right, this is DJ, over and out.